Hiya, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'll be playing the Game Gear version of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sonic Origins Plus. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. This game is actually easy. I put it in the description for a reason. It's insanely difficult. It's unbelievably difficult. Like, Sega and the Sonic team were taking the piss with this game. It's actually, like, too difficult. Like, I very rarely say that a game is too difficult, but in this game's case, it is too difficult. 100%. I'm just going to edit the title of this live stream, because this is actually part 3 of my Sonic 2 on Game Gear and Sonic Origins Plus live stream. So yes, part 3, so just gonna put that in the title and then we get started. Part 3. And now I just want to double check, is it actually part 3? Yeah, it's part 3. Okay, I'm ready. I'm good to go. Oh yeah, just an update from part 2. I actually got to the end of Scrambled Egg Zone, which was an absolute nightmare of a zone to complete. Just non-stop tunnel mazes, and it just drove me crazy. So I got to the end of this zone off stream, and I know on the final boss of Scrambled Egg Zone, which is none other than the legendary, the iconic, the infamous Metal Sonic. And actually, there's an interesting fact actually about this game, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, which I didn't actually know. It was only made known to me recently in the live stream, that Sonic 2 on the Game Gear was actually developed before, like it was in development before the launch of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sega Mega Drive. I actually think that's insane. It's an insane fact. So there he is. There's Metal Sonic. And just like Metal Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sega Mega Drive, like, he's got a similar attack pattern, but even more difficult because, as I mentioned, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear is just unnecessarily difficult. It's the Dark Souls of the series. And the good thing is, right, when he rolls up into a ball and jumps in the air, it's different to the Mega Drive version, because in the Mega Drive version he's always his spikes are always there, his blades are always there, so you take damage. Whereas when he rolls up into a ball in the Game Gear version, you can just bounce off it and you don't take any damage. Well, at least this stage of the boss anyway. That could change. I'm really hoping it doesn't. Oh god, don't say it. Jesus Christ. What just came out of his chest there? Like some kind of Cyrax Insector move from Mortal Kombat. Look at that. I don't recall that being in the Mega Drive version. Ah, he's so fast. He's almost as fast as Sonic, but not quite. Not quite. Wacky Wacko, welcome to Green Hill Gaming as always. How are you doing on this glorious Friday evening? Hope you're doing well, and I hope that you enjoy my Sonic Origins Plus live stream where I'm back at it again playing the Dark Souls of the series, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, the most evil game of the series because of its unnecessarily difficulty. This boss is easier than the Mecha Sonic from Sonic 2. I agree with you for one area, is the fact that when he goes into his ball, you can actually jump at it and not take damage, unlike the Mega Drive version. So you are correct in that regard, yeah. If you jump while the bongs thing, that's exactly that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. I actually would agree with you for that reason. Just because of that reason. But overall, this game, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, is just evil. So Sonic Team were having a bad day, right, when they were developing this game. Like, they must have been really annoyed with the fans. Like, I'm guessing the creator of this game, right, he must have been on a plane or something, coming back from, I don't know, Sega America, and he had a long day. He wanted to go home. Okay, he wanted to relax, and I'm guessing he was on the plane, about to listen to a bit of music or something, and this fan comes up to him and says, "Oh, you're the Sonic guy. You make Sonic, don't you? Can I have your autograph or something?" And the creator got so annoyed. It's like, "Please go away." And he wouldn't go away. And he got so annoyed. So he just got so annoyed at the fan. He's like, "You know what? I'm sick of these fans thinking they can interrupt me in my flight home after a long day. I'm really dragging this out, aren't I?" But yeah. I'm guessing the creator just went back to Japan and just made the most difficult game in the series, just to piss off the fan base. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And I defeated him. Okay, so if it's like Sonic 2 on a Mega Drive, I'm guessing the next zone will be the final. Or not. Finally! It's over! The torture is over. Wacky, the torture was over. Well, that was a short live stream. Thank you for watching. See you next time. No, I'm only joking. I'll have to edit the title of the live stream. Obviously, this won't be the end of the live stream. Don't worry about that. There'll still be some more Sonic Origins Plus content in the live stream. Don't go anywhere. This game is one of those second games that are insanely hard compared to the first game, just like Pikmin 2. Oh, don't get me started in Pikmin 2, man. Oh god. Well, while we're talking about Pikmin 2, we might as well. Which is a harder game than Pikmin 1. I'll tell you a story about Pikmin, as we might as well leave the credits roll. I'll tell you a story. By the way, where the hell is Tails? Wait, hold up. What happened to Tails? Last we saw of Tails, he was being kidnapped by Dr. Robotnik, and he hasn't been seen in the game since. I'd like to know what happened to Tails. But as we watch Sonic going for his morning jog. Program TT. Okay. Well, that was random. I'm not a fan of Pikmin. At all. I find the series extremely frustrating. And I'll tell you why. It's not just Pikmin, it's games like Pikmin. Games where you are introduced to a level, a stage, whatever, for the first time as a player. So you're alien to this level, you're unfamiliar with this level, and you, as you play it through it, you eventually figure out what's what, what's where, and what to do. But by the time you figure out all of that, you run out of time, because you're timed. See, this is my major issue. You're timed in games like Pikmin. You're timed. There's a time limit. There's always some kind of time limit. Like, I think you have a certain amount of days, is it? Like a week or something in Pikmin 1 to save all the Pikmin. Like Majora's Mask as well. Like, my overall point here is you're timed. I do not like to be timed in my games in the way that games like Pikmin do. Of course, I understand the concept of being timed in various games. You might have a mission where you have to get to point B in a certain amount of time. Don't have an issue with that, but when the entire game is built around being timed, I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because of the reason I just gave, is because by the time you finally figure out what to do, the time is up. So it's the fact that you keep on having to replay over and over and over again to finally figure out what to do, and like Tails is dead. Well, hold up. What does this mean? Tails is in heaven. Well, things took a... I'm actually, I'm speechless. What is this supposed to represent? Last we saw of Tails, he was kidnapped by Dr. Robotnik. We get to the end of the game and he's a fucking constellation up in space, indicating that he's dead in heaven. Okay, that's strange. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, back to Pikmin. I'll get to your comment in a second, Wacky. Don't worry about that. Hope you're keeping well as well, by the way. So yeah, I just don't like Pikmin as a result of that. I tried playing Pikmin 1. I think I played a bit of Pikmin 2. I actually got Pikmin 3 thinking I'll give it one more time. I'll give it one more go. But I just couldn't. I mean, there's another game as well on the Wii. Oh my god, what was it called? Oh, I forget the name of it. It wasn't called Pandora's Box or something. It might have been called Pandora's Box, I think, on the Wii. It was some kind of RPG type game on the Wii anyway, and you were also timed in that. I just don't like when the entire game is built around being timed. It just frustrates me. I understand that Pikmin has a really dedicated fan base, and it's got its fans, but I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. Anyway, just wanted to say that. To save Tails, you need to get all of the dick and fuck right off. Tails, rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. Fuck that. I like Tails, but I don't like him that much. Sorry. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to erase that from my mind because yeah, fuck Tails. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll just watch a cutscene online or something to see Tails being saved. There is absolutely no way in hell I am putting myself through that torture again. And not only doing it again, but getting all the Chaos Emeralds in the process. I'd rather play Pikmin 1, 2, and 3 in the one actual night, streaming, an all-nighter, literally pulling out what's left of my hair with the stress, than to get all the Chaos Emeralds in this insanely difficult game. Fuck off. Oh my god. Not a hope in hell am I doing that. Oh my days. Do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna play a bit of Blue Spheres. A bit of Blue Spheres, I think. And I might even listen to a bit of music in the museum as well. So I'm gonna edit the title of this live stream now just a moment. It's not worth it, especially how stupid half the game is. Exactly, it is, and everyone I've spoken to so far in the live chat, like particularly people who are, you know, die-hard Sonic fans like ourselves, have all agreed that this game, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, is just unnecessarily difficult. And it's stupidly difficult. And I think gamers have the right at times to call out a game for its difficulty. I know it's saying don't hate the game, hate the player, but a lot of the times, depending on the game design and development, a lot of the time players have the right to hate the game. Because a lot of the times games are designed in a way where they're just absolutely unnecessarily difficult. And yeah, this game is an example of that. So yeah, I'm gonna edit the title of this live stream now again. Not really how to put it. I'll just say part 3 and more. Part 3 and more. That's yeah. Sonic Origins. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, whatever. And more. Just show it in there for the sake of it. I actually thought that I had like another zone to do, but obviously I didn't. Yeah, so I'm gonna play some Blue Spheres, then I'll listen to a bit of classic Sonic music in the museum, and then Johnny is going to sleep. Which it make it even weirder. This game is a divisive game. It's really stupid. I think anyone who is divisive about this game, as far as like people like, I think anyone who likes Sonic 2 on the Game Gear is probably into some serious BDSM dom sub kind of shit. I think they must really like pain and torture, to be quite honest with you. And hello, Samantha. Welcome, as always, to Green Hill Gaming. Waves to you as well, my good friend. How are you doing on this glorious Friday evening? Welcome to the weekend. How are you doing? Hope that you enjoy my live stream of Sonic Origins Plus. Just completed the most evil game in the Sonic series, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. And after all that, Tails is dead. Unless you get all the Chaos Emeralds. It's very deep though. You see like Tails' face lit up all the stars in the sky. So to me that indicates that he's dead. It's pretty dark really for a Sonic game, isn't it? But now that I've completed that, I'm going to play some Blue Spheres, then I'm going to listen to some music, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So I hope you enjoy life. Loving life, best way to be. Best way to be. Life is about loving. Sonic 2 Master System is the same game, but less harder because the screen is much better. You hit the nail on the head there. The screen scale is terrible in Sonic Origins Plus. They did a terrible job emulating these Game Gear games on Sonic Origins Plus. They should have went with the Master System versions, like 100%. So yeah, spot on there, Wacky, spot on there. You can see the bullshit. Yeah. Wacky, I'm sorry about saying weird stuff. That's very kind of you, but where's my apology? I'm only joking. If you ask me, Master System Sonic 2 is better than Sonic... If you ask me, the Master System version of... Like, essentially, the Master System versions are just far better than the Game Gear versions. not just Sonic 2. I'm changing my ways. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're changing your ways, but I hope that I didn't influence you to change your ways. I think everyone should be who they are, regardless of how somebody reacts to it. But nonetheless, I am glad to hear that you are changing your ways. Johnny is the man. Did you just assume my gender? Samantha, for all you know, I might identify as non-binary. How dare you assume my gender, Samantha? How dare you? I thought you of all people, Samantha, you and LGBTQI plus activists, you know, wouldn't assume my gender. No, I'm only joking with you. Loose fair as it is. I don't even think I actually took notice of this first time around, but you can actually choose original or new mode. So they're actually original. I'm going to straight away go for new mode. These are actually stages, like loose fairs stages that are only found in Sonic Origins. They're a bit difficult though. I was playing a bit on Twitch because I double dipped. I originally got Sonic Origins on PS5. Downloaded the €10 Sonic Origins Plus update on PS5, but I also bought the physical edition of Sonic Origins Plus on Switch, just for the sake of the physical edition, really, to be quite honest with you. But they're quite difficult. I think they're ended. There's all different type of stairs, but we'll give it a go anyway and see how we get on, you know. I want to say this for a long time. Sonic 2 Game Gear is a bad game. A really difficult. I'd say you're delighted that I actually came out and I'd say that you are absolutely relieved to hear me talk about Sonic 2 and Game Gear the way that I am then. I say you were waiting for someone like me to come along for years to just bash the shit out of Sonic 2 and the Game Gear and say it as it is. You know, call out Sonic 2 Game Gear. I must be your saviour. Green Hill Gaming, the saviour who finally calls out Sonic 2 and the Game Gear for what it is. I love that. But it is though, it's terrible, and I think we as gamers shouldn't shy away from calling out a game when it's too difficult. I'm very vocal, Wacky, Samantha, everyone watching right now, your dogs, your cats, your grannies, everyone listening to my voice right now, my boring voice right now. I'm going to tell you something, and this might be an unpopular opinion. Regardless of the sales of this series, okay? Regardless of the popularity of the series, I don't like the Souls series. I think those games are unnecessarily difficult. I don't think anyone should come away from a gaming session and feel frustrated. I don't think anyone should feel frustrated, period, playing a video game. At least their entire experience anyway shouldn't be frustrating. Dark Souls is pure torture. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. There's no need for that level of difficulty in the fucking game. It's not needed. And personally, it's not wanted. I don't like the series. It's too difficult. And I think as a result of that, it's a bad game. Games should be fun. You should pick up a game and have fun. Can you have challenging fun games? Yes. Sifu is an example of that, which I platinumed, which was not easy at all. But I enjoyed it. There's Dark Souls and the Souls series in general. You just don't feel, this is another thing as well, you don't feel rewarded. I don't think you feel rewarded anywhere. Anyway, look, point made, don't make the Souls series because they are an example of a game that is just genuinely too hard. Like Tales. Wait, what about Tales? Alright, let's do it. This is new mode. I played a little bit of this on Switch as I mentioned. So, wait, oh, you can choose how you want to play it. So, well, considering that Amy is like pretty much the main attraction of Sonic Origins Plus, I will go as Amy. Now, as I mentioned, there's new Blue Spheres mode with exclusive stages just for Sonic Origins, as you can see, it's quite difficult. But not difficult in the way that Sonic 2 on Game Gear is, that's for sure. There's even green spheres as well. And there's pink spheres, I think that act as a teleporter or something like that, if I can remember correctly. Get blue spheres, I can't even see one blue sphere. Not even one, like. My excuse, I'm tired. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Let's become a catchphrase of mine lately. Oh, there we go. I just saw a blue sphere and it's gone now. I think this new mode is for like veteran blue sphere players. Oh, gone. I played Mario Sunshine, and that game is the hardest. Do you know what? I actually, out of all the 3D Mario games, put it this way, it's the only 3D Mario game that I haven't completed 100%. And I've always found that game to be quite challenging, particularly the, you know, the stages where you don't have your FLUDD. Those ones, like the classic kind of stages, find them insanely difficult. So I actually agree with you there. That actually is quite a hard game, but not Dark Souls hard. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. It's very rare for a game to reach the Dark Souls hard, really, to be quite honest. Because at least with Sunshine, if you understand it, a lot of things are super easy. But Dark Souls is a series I'd rather not play. And I thank you for saying that. I actually thank you for saying that. I'm glad you said that. And I think more people should come out and say that. I mean, without being attacked, right, with people saying, "Oh, you're just a casual player. You're just not able to play Dark Souls." And do you know what I say to those people? Go and Platinum Sifu. Go and Platinum Sifu. Hardest 3D Mario game, but it's not Dark Souls hard. So the thing about Dark Souls hard is it's just a game that just kills you over and over again and laughs at you. And some people like that. And that's okay. But I'm not a fan of that. I'm just not a fan of that. And again, like, I mean, I know that it's a popular series and it sells a lot. That can't be taken away. But look, Tears of the Kingdom sold 12 million copies in 3 days. And yet, not everyone likes Zelda. Do you know what I mean? Finally, an actual, oh shit. Spoke too soon. Actual blue spheres didn't last very long though. This mode is so different to the original mode. I didn't even know it was actually included. This wasn't part of the Plus DLC by any chance, was it? Because I mean, I didn't notice the first time round, so that's why I find it a bit strange. Oh god. I'm so bad at blue spheres. I've always been bad at blue spheres. But there's new blue spheres. Yeah, it's even more difficult. I'm gonna change characters. Tails. Alcatraz. Oh god, oh. Well then. What is the hardest game you've ever played? Ever? I'm asking everyone that. Well, all two viewers. I'm asking all two viewers that. No, but seriously, if anyone joins the live stream or watches it when it gets uploaded, like, feel free to answer. What's the hardest game you ever played? Oh my god, this is actually difficult. I seem to be playing a lot of really difficult Sonic games as of late. And unintentionally as well, like, just sat down, said I'll play some Sonic Origins Plus, and before I know it I'm just playing these insanely difficult games. Even the bonus games are actually difficult. That was actually good now. That's the best thing I've played, to be honest. That's as good as it gets for me, I think. Wait a second now, if I go this way. Oh. The hardest game I've ever played, Sonic 1 Game Boy Advance. Wait, Sonic 1 Game Boy Advance? Wait. Sonic 1 Game Boy Advance? As in like the Game Boy Advance version of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 that was on Mega Drive. Not Sonic Advance, because I have Sonic Advance, and I didn't even know there was Sonic 1 on Game Boy Advance. That game glitches made the game unplayable. There's nothing worse. Being let down by glitches. And Samantha is lighting a cigarette. How bad? It's the weekend. Spark it up. Well, I'd rather be setting someone's house on fire. No. A cigarette, so, okay. I don't know why I thought it was lighter. Then again, could be flicking a cigarette in someone's house. When he's talking, by the way. I'm joking. Well, sorry, I don't even know who you are sometimes. I don't even know who I am half the time, so it's okay. This game was hard. I remember breaking my controller over it. Breaking your controller. Surprisingly enough, I don't think I actually ever broke a controller. Or did I? I think I actually did break a PS4 controller. It was the white one, not the PS1 one. I actually thought it was the PS1 one, but I ended up to come back with a basic white PS4 controller, thinking I was so special when I realised it actually wasn't a PS1 controller. But anyway, I actually did break that, but it wasn't intentional. I promise. Just happened, you know. One of those things just happened. Just happened. Rest in peace, controller. Yeah, Sonic 1 Game Boy Advance. I'm gonna have to order that on Amazon if it's available, and it's really bad. Like frame rate slowdown, bad glitches, and collision, and it's so terrible. It made Labyrinth Zone super. Oh fuck that! It can burn. I'd actually buy it just to burn it. I hate Labyrinth Zones, and the fact that it could even get worse. Oh, not. I actually will order it just to burn it. I will. It can't be that much. I don't care. I'm not even joking. I'm going to order it tomorrow, and I'm going to. What the hell? I could have sworn I saw it. This is so annoying. Oh god. Oh god! I know. Can I go back into that? No, it doesn't matter. I'm getting close. What the hell? I didn't realise that was... Ooh, god. My nose. This is... I can see why somebody would break a controller playing this, to be honest. Wait a second. Why do I keep saying pink? I keep saying a pink button. There's no fucking pink. Oh god, this game would actually... There it is. This game would mess with your head, honestly. And it goes faster than like this. Oh god. Wait, how am I supposed to... I can see the orange ones, but how the hell am I supposed to get there? Ooh. Oh, this is crazy. It's going too fast. I can't see. Wait, go, there we go. Oh, you bastard, okay. Unlucky 13. Oh, you bastard. Okay, I'm done. That's Blue Spheres, everyone. And how do I get out of here? Main menu. Yeah. That is enough of Blue Spheres for now. I'm actually going to play some classic Sonic music and then maybe talk about that particular game that music is from or something like that. You can talk as well, of course. I always smoke before bed. Well, everyone has something that they do before bed. The worst part about that is this GBA version of Sonic 1 was rushed for the holiday 2006 release. Oh god. And even worse, it was released in the same day as Sonic 06. Oh, the horror. Oh, the horror. That's like, I don't know. That's like, I don't know. I can't think of something. That's terrible. Two terrible Sonic games releasing on the same day. Oh my god. Must have been the worst day in the history of the Sonic series. Yes. Right, straight to the museum, I think. Straight to songs. So now I'm going to start off with the premium collection. Because these are like rearranged tracks. So I'm going to start with Sonic 1. And we'll do the title screen. You know what? That actually reminds me of the Adventures of Sonic, the animated series. And then this is an arrangement. It should be a rearrangement actually of the stage music created in 2011. Is it going in order though? So I know I'm very like, yeah, 2, 3, yeah. So I know. Play it again. I don't want it to like be shuffled or going into repeat or anything like that. You can also change the character in which you see on the bottom of the screen. Right now it's on Knuckles. You can change it to Metal Sonic if you wanted to. Sonic games were too hard for me. Oh, I hear ya. I hear ya. I absolutely hear ya. I mean, I would get so frustrated playing Sonic on the Master System as a kid. So, I hear ya. They can be quite difficult. And I mean, back in the day, like before you could save your games, I mean, that's such an alien concept now, isn't it? Like a game where you just literally, like, you could not save your game. And you would have a certain amount of lives. But that's a concept as well that is so alien in today's world of gaming, right? But there was a time, kiddies, where you could not save your game and you had a certain amount of lives. So like when I was playing Sonic on Master System, I would have a certain amount of lives and you'd have to find extra lives or get 100 rings to get more extra lives. But if those lives ran out, it was game over. You could get to the You could get to the final zone of the game, run out of lives, and that's it. Game over. Back to square one. That's one of the major issues that just really added to the difficulty of the game. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Samantha. Those games are quite difficult. Especially Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. Thankfully, I didn't play that as a kid, because if I did, I wouldn't be here today. I would have died from a heart attack a long time ago. I'm stressed. This is a Green Hill Act 2. Also a rearrangement created in 2011. And hello, Boone Sonic. Howdy do to you. Welcome to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing? Welcome to my Sonic Origins Plus live stream. Earlier I completed Sonic 2 on Game Gear. I didn't save Tails. I didn't save Tails. But may he rest in peace, because I'm not getting all those Chaos Emeralds. I like Tails, I don't like him that much. Also, more ranting of Sonic 1. Oh, rant away, you're fine. GBA, it's even worse than Sonic 06, which is even more embarrassing. Yeah, that actually is crazy, because so many people say Sonic 06 is the worst game ever, so to have a game even worse than that, that's crazy. I am so sorry for not coming to your streams that much. You have nothing to be sorry for. You honestly do not need to say sorry. I was so busy with... You don't have to explain yourself. I don't have to apologise. But thank you so much for dropping by this live stream. That is much appreciated. And I completely understand. You're fine. Boone Sonic, are you far right or far left? Samantha Carpenter, everyone. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before Samantha turned this live chat into like some kind of like, I don't know, political thing. It only had 1 month to develop. 1 month! Oh, imagine trying to develop a game in 1 month. Imagine trying to put a Sega Mega Drive game onto a Game Boy Advance in 1 month. What do you mean, far right? He's asking you, Samantha is asking you, are you on the far right of your couch or the far left of your couch? Because apparently if you are on the far right of the couch, you are more likely to get hungry and go to your fridge. Whereas if you are on the far left of your couch, you're more likely to fall asleep. Kind of interesting, really. So, there's Robotnik with all the Chaos Emeralds. I support LGBT rights. I know! I am well aware of it. You probably have a t-shirt with that written across it. I'm sure. Yeah, you've told me that plenty of times. And all I can say is good for you. I don't really have anything to add to that. You do. I'm not surprised. And Samantha is back being weird. I wouldn't say that saying that they support LGBTQ rights is weird. I wouldn't say weird. But certainly, like, back to, like, making a point, like, flogging a dead horse. No, that's not to say. I don't know, just saying something over and over and over again. Like, I don't know what word I would use. But it wouldn't so much be weird, but just like, what are we expected to say to that? Congratulations? Like, I don't know how to respond to that. This is one of the most iconic pieces of music in the show, Invincible. I'm anti-vax. I didn't know that you were someone's aunt. Get it? Anti-vax? I joke. Okay, good for you. So who is going to play Spider-Man 2 when it comes out? Me, 100%. Love the first one and Miles Morales. The combat is so fun. I love games that have combat like that. Experimental combat is the term that I like to use. Yeah, we're back to the start of the experimental combat is the term I like to use, where you can just you just have so many options when you're battling. Obviously, it had a good story as well, and I love the exploration so much. It was so welcoming. It was welcome. The game welcomed you to explore the map, both in Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. There was so much to collect and discover, and again, it was just so welcoming. Like, you know, it never intimidated you. It was so welcoming. And I like that about Insomniac Games, the way to do that. It was the same too with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart as well. That had a world that was so welcoming to explorers. I just love their games. I love their games. I really do. I've been playing Insomniac Games since the original Spyro trilogy on the PS1 as a kid. So yeah, big fan of Insomniac and how they develop their games. I mean, you go back as far as PS1 with the Spyro trilogy, and I was exploring the worlds of Spyro, collecting all the gems and the dragon eggs as well. So it was there even as far back as then. So yeah, long answer is yes. Well, that was a short answer. But yeah, I'm not saying LGBTQ is weird. Oh, I know you weren't saying that, Wacky. It's just I didn't want to be too rude to Samantha by saying that her supporting LGBTQ rights is weird. But I will say it's okay. This is what I will say. This is what I will say. It's weird saying it over and over and over and over again, because when you said it more than once, it gets a bit weird. Like we know, Samantha, you support LGBTQI. Good for you. There's nothing else I can add to that, or anyone else can, for that matter. But I completely understand where you're coming from, Maggie. Spider-Man was crap. Well, that is your opinion, and you were perfectly entitled to it. You're not gonna get an argument from me, Samantha. Do you know what I mean? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I mean, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom sells 12 million in 3 days, yet there's a lot of people out there that do not like Nintendo or Tears of the Kingdom or the Zelda series in general. Some people like something, some people don't. That's the world that we live in. You know, it is what it is. Bro, what I smell hating. um, See, the thing about it, Boone Sonic, is everyone has preferences, opinions, likes, dislikes, you know, interests. We can't all like the same thing. I know where you're coming from. The term crap, like, sounds quite um, hateful. But oh, I know. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like. I just want to be. I'm a changed man. Green Hill Gaming is a changed man. You know, I don't want to be on any side anymore in life. You know, I just believe that life is about, you know, being yourself, but respecting everyone else. That's the only way I can put it. That's the only way I'm putting it. So, if Samantha doesn't like Spider-Man and wants to call it crap, then that's perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I only love. Well, How can you go from saying you only love and then calling Spider-Man crap? That's an interesting one. Nonetheless. Uh-huh. Anyway, back to the music, because we don't have much more time left in the live stream. So that was all the Sonic 1 premium music. Oh, there's the Sonic 2 as well. I actually forgot there was Sonic 2 premium. So let's play some. I love Chemical Plant music. Oh, that's been added to my Spotify playlist. And I am going to be working out to that tomorrow morning. Absolutely. That is a song to work out to right there. Ah, look at Sonic and Amy. Sonic is having none of it. Sonic is hoping that she just goes away and like disappears. Sonic is the king of playing like hard to get, you know, cold shoulder. Giving the impression that he wants nothing to do with her. But in reality, he just wants to marry her. It's the perfect story of romance. I need another cig. We just had one. Calm down. I think if Sega were ever to add more to Sonic Origins Plus, I think it would be really nice if you could actually have your own personalised soundtrack for when playing the games. So no matter what game you played, obviously you couldn't do in the emulations because that would be a nightmare from a technical standpoint, you know. But obviously like the remastered games, to be able to listen to your own version, like to listen to your own playlists while playing the games, I think that would be interesting. Like if you could assign certain songs to each zone. You can actually do it in Sonic Origins, actually. No, that's fucking literally playing Sonic Origins. Sonic Generations. You smoke 20 a day. That's not healthy. That is not healthy. Are you okay, Green Hill? You sound sad. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. No, I'm just tired. Right now it's 26 minutes past midnight. So what happens to me is I get to a certain stage. I'm very bad for falling asleep. Believe me, it takes me quite a while to fall asleep. But I do get tired very quickly. So I can go from like having this energy, right? So like I have an energy like when it comes to talking, like whatever, like I'll have this energy, and then like literally like within a second, that energy just drops, and then I'm like, well, welcome to Green Hill Gaming, and today I am playing Sonic Origins. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I get tired quite quickly. But no, I'm actually fine. Thanks for asking. Boone Sonic, you in America. For me, it's 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm guessing that Boone Sonic is in America. Yeah, you are in America. Yeah, I think you said before. Yep, 6 p.m. Oh, yeah. See, it's a big difference. So it's 6 p.m. for you and 27 minutes past midnight for me here. I was just thinking there. I think there is a way that you can listen to you can create your own personalized playlist, and I think you can listen to that while you're actually looking at like art. I think But we just listen to it like track by track for another, we say like another like 20 minutes or so. Something like that anyway. I think these are actually from Sonic Generations. These tracks, 2011. Was that when Generations came out? 2011. It would have been, wouldn't it? Casino Night. Casino Night. Sonic 2, hands down, my favourite Sonic game of the entire series. Isn't it funny how Sonic 2 is my favourite game in the series, and at the same time, my least favourite in the series? Isn't that interesting? Because the Mega Drive version of Sonic 2 is my favourite, but the Game Gear version, least favourite, because of just the way that game was designed in terms of difficulty. It's just so bad. But Sonic 2 on Mega Drive has, it just has really fun zones to play and to listen to as well. Well, the first Sonic game I played was Sonic 1 or 2. The Casino Night is my favourite. Well, you must be loving this part of the live stream then. I'd say you're vibing. So you're dancing to this right now. Yeah, Casino Night is a really fun zone. Probably one of the most fun zones in the series. Because of that classic, iconic, what the hell do you call it? See, I'm tired now, I can't even word it. The slot machine thing. When you line up the slots, and you can either get a lot of rings, or Robotnik will show up with the spikes and you lose all your rings. But I spend so much time on that one specific section of the zone, so it's a very, very fun zone indeed. I can see why it would be your favourite. Yeah, it's understandable because Sonic 2 GG is so, yeah, it's really bad. So it's like, yeah, it's literally just like double-edged sword kind of a thing, like a yin and yang kind of a thing. Oh, I love the jazz. Do you know where I'm from? In Ireland. Because as you may know, or may not know, I am living in the Republic of Ireland. And I live in Cork City, in County Cork, which is the south-west of the Republic of Ireland. But we are famous. Sorry. Cork is famous for, well, it's famous for quite a lot of things actually. It's famous for the Blarney Stone. You might have heard of the Blarney Stone. But no, it's also famous for a particular like weekend festival, a music festival called the Jazz Weekend. It takes place at the end of October, I think, or else it's early November. But yeah, it's called the Jazz Weekend, and obviously it's a music festival that takes place over the weekend, and obviously it's all about jazz, and like really some really talented jazz players, actually from all over the world, actually like come to Cork City and play various musical gigs. That's a fun fact now about my my hometown, putting Cork on the map there now. The Jazz Weekend, Google it. And it's only in Cork City. It's done nowhere else. One specific weekend where jazz music is heard all across the city. And this piece of music now would be fantastic. I actually would get into jazz just to play this song. Green Hill Ferrisley Productions, as always, you are very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing, my good friend? How are you doing on this fantastic nostalgic Friday, the beginning of the weekend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to my Sonic Origins Plus live stream. Earlier I completed the devilish, nightmarish Sonic 2 on Game Gear, but I didn't save Tails because I realised that if you don't collect all the Chaos Emeralds, he dies and goes to heaven. Literally, that's what happens. When you get the end credits and you don't save Tails, you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, he literally shows up in the sky as a constellation of stars indicating he's dead. Well, I mean, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, love the series, I love Tails, but he can rest in peace because I don't love him that much. I'm not going through that hell again, believe me. But now I'm listening to some classic music, rearranged. Anyway, any trophies in this game? Yeah, there actually is. And I platinumed it. It's actually not that bad to platinum, really. It's quite easy. It's quite easy. But yeah, there is trophies in Sonic Origins, yes. So I hope you're doing well, Power Slave Productions, and I hope that you enjoy. By the way, I actually only recently took notice of your name, your YouTube channel name, Power Slave. I've only realised what that actually means. I'm like a little fucking kid in school who's like, oh, that's what it means. Literally. Well, I only have one interpretation of what a Power Slave is. I'm not going to go into the ins and the outs as to why I know that, but when I hear Power Slave, I just think of one thing. I'm not going to go any further with that, but I just think it's quite funny. Nonetheless, Dr. Robotnik is here for his powers. Oh, I'll stop now. I'll stop. My favourite Sonic game is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I remember that game frustrated me so much when I was playing Sonic Origins for the first time. It's only because I didn't play it that much, you see, so it was all new to me. My least favourite Sonic is Game Boy Advance 1 because the game is so awful. It's an Iron Maiden. Oh, oops. Okay, now I feel like a freak. But you know what a Power Slave is, though, surely. That's what I was. That's what I was thinking. When I hear Power Slave Productions, I think of Iron Maiden. What a great band Iron Maiden is, and what a great song that is as well. I listen to that a lot of times, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, you know, that's what I was trying to say. I just wasn't too sure if you were referring to that song. Yeah, great song. Moving on swiftly. There's no water. That's actually I actually forgot that was even included in this. That is a nice rearrangement. Has this been added to my playlist? I don't know if it has been, but I'm gonna. Oh no, never mind. Because if I go back out, it's gonna start again. It's weird how you can't add the music to your playlist while you're actually listening to it. But when it's finished, I am going to do it though, because I think the boss team for Sonic 2 it just gives me goosebumps. If I was a fighter, if I was like a boxer or a wrestler or whatever, MMA fighter, and I'm walking to the ring or the octagon or whatever the fuck, I would actually have that music playing. I'm telling you. It's that kind of music, like, isn't it? Or maybe it's just me. I like how fast Tails just goes from this walking casually like the fucking takeoff mode. That's quite funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna add this to the playlist if it already hasn't. Wait, how many playlists do I have? What the hell? I didn't realize I had 5 playlists. What the hell? I just... 1? Okay. That's... But I didn't realise oh, this is playlist 1, yeah? Wait, what? Why do I have 2? Doesn't matter. Back to the music. Where are we going next? We are going... Wait, what? Oh, there's one more left. Skill shop. Skill shop? Well, what? The hell is this? Wait, I don't recognise this music. I do recognise it, but what the hell is a skill shop? I feel like I'm missing a mode. I feel like I've not taken notice of a mode in the game that I've been playing for like fucking 25 plus years or whatever it was. Chaos has a weird walking dust, doesn't it? It's like I can't describe it, but it is quite weird. I like how he's like fringe, blows in the wind. Was here this Sonny? The other Sonic Game Gear game after Sonic 2G are at least more playable. Oh, thank you have no idea how much of a relief that is. I feel like I just took a shit after 2 weeks of transportation over here now. Sorry, that was disgusting. Sorry. But that is a relief nonetheless. So that's all the music from the premium music from Sonic 2. Okay, so let's Jesus Christ. Sonic CD. I'm only picking the songs that I kind of know, like so much know anyway. Why is there so? It's just from Sonic Origins. Sonic 3D Blast. Knuckles, Chaos, menu. I'm gonna do stage right now. Stage BGM. None. Disgrace. Okay. Menu. None. Right. Nuns. Sorry. Jingle. No. Alright then. Sonic Origins. What the hell? Okay. There we go. Alright. Your favourite game, Rocky. I think we'll round off the live stream by listening to some rearranged music from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Starting with the iconic Angel Island Zone theme. Oh, I like how modern like these rearrangements are. Like they really are. You can hear every piece of music. You can hear like the guitar. Look at the electric piano, is it? Yeah. I love it. You can literally hear every musical instrument. I didn't give the music much love first time round, did I? When I was playing Sonic Origins. This time round, I'm really like taking the time to listen to all these songs and appreciate them. Has anybody taken notice as well of Sonic's hand in Sonic Origins? That's random, isn't it? But did you notice that it's a thing like where in Sonic 2 he was given like the peace sign, but also indicating 2, and I think he had 3 fingers shown for Sonic 3. Sonic Origins he's got 4 fingers. That's an interesting one. Wait, am I counting right? Oh no, wait, I can't count. That's 5 fingers. Well, no, it is 4 fingers. And his thumb. So I was right. I stand by what I said. That's exactly everything I just said I meant to say. Did you notice that in Sonic Origins, Sonic is holding up 4 fingers, which he is, and the thumb, I just forgot to say the thumb, that's all. That was some save, wasn't it? Should be a goalkeeper. Angel Island SSBBRMX is from Smash Bros. Brawl. Really? For the Wii? Some interesting trivia. That is beyond interesting. So I mean that piece of music back there was actually used in... Oh, this is cool, sorry. And that's a tune. Do you know if I was actually like the manager of any business, shop, whatever, wherever, and I was in control of the music that was being played, I would have like non-stop video game music. And if I got any complaints, I'd say, hey, buddy, it's 2023. It's the year of equality. If Mary can be Johnny, and Johnny can be Mary, and Bobby can be neither, then I can listen to whatever fucking music I want to listen to, buddy. So either dance to the music, throw on a pair of headphones, or get the fuck out of my shop. I'm actually going to play a lot more Sonic 3 on the Switch version of Sonic Origins Plus. Sorry, no wacky, you probably want me to do a live stream, but I'm trying to what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Leverage, balance. I'm trying to balance out my experience of playing on the Switch and the PS5. That's the thing about double dipping. You know what I mean? You want to make the most of it too. I mean, I was thinking of playing some more Game Gear games on the Switch version, because maybe it would fit the size of the screen on Switch. I don't know. Don't know if that would make it worse or better, to be honest with you. But there you go. But I definitely, anyway, I just feel like I should give that game more attention, because I mean, out of all the classic Sonic games, I have played Sonic 3 and Knuckles the least. Do you feel like? This may surprise people. There's a lot of things that would surprise people, like about me. Like people would really be surprised, like about my gaming life. Like I've only really played Sonic 1 and 2 a lot. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even own Sonic 3, let alone Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I got a loan of Sonic 3 from a friend. Never played Sonic CD because I didn't have the CD expansion. Only played Sonic CD when it came out on PlayStation Plus. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's really the Sonic 1 and 2 for me, like. But I want to give Sonic 3 some more attention. It deserves more attention from me, I think. I feel like I've abandoned it. Oh, this is a nice way to round off the live stream. Listen to this music. It's relaxing. It's peaceful. You know what's interesting about listening to the soundtrack, even though I know this is the rearranged, remixed versions, modern versions of the songs from the games, but as far as like the original songs are concerned, and you know, you look at modern games nowadays, you know the way like sometimes you have to like almost like, depending on the game, depending on the company, depending on whatever, like you may have to like pre-order the game or like get the deluxe edition of the game or something. Do you want to get the soundtrack? Like pre-order now to get the digital deluxe edition, or no, sorry, pre-order now to get the digital soundtrack, or pre-order the digital deluxe edition to get the digital soundtrack. But like in the original Sonic games, all you would have to do, and the majority of classic games, all you'd have to do is literally go into options and go to sound test, and the entire, not just the soundtrack, not just the musical tracks, but the actual sound effects as well. Basically every piece of music sound in the game was accessible from the options in the game. That's, I just factored. So funny knuckles. But moving on. Mushroom Hills Modern Remix is from the 3DS version of Generations. Damn. We were coming out there with these facts. I love facts like that. Is Sky Sanctuary from any particular Sonic game? I know that some of the songs are from Sonic Generations. I did know that actually, but I didn't know about the specific 3DS version. That's interesting because that's actually the version of Generations that I actually got. Because at the time I didn't have a PS3 or an Xbox 360. Well, I had a 360, but I got robbed. I won't go into that. Yeah, I didn't have a PS3 or a 360. Obviously, Generations didn't come to the Wii. Weird enough, though, it came to the 3DS. Like, that's strange. Because the Wii was obviously more powerful than the 3DS, so it was strange how they decided to go with 3DS and not the Wii. Or am I thinking of the Wii U? Was it? That would have been the Wii U. When the Generations... Okay, I'm actually so confused. But on this, when I got the 3DS version, I was happy with it, because it was the first 3D Sonic game that I played, so it was nice to be able to experience Sonic in 3D for the first time. It was also really amazing to experience classic Sonic games in 3D, because 3DS actually had a section on their eShop called 3D Classics, so you could actually play, like there was some really old, like there was even NES games that were in 3D, there was Mega Drive games, it was basically a subcategory of the virtual console that basically allowed you to play these classic games in 3D. The glasses free stereo, fucking what the hell am I saying? I can't say it. Stereoscopical. What the fuck? What's it called? Stereoscopical. It is in the glasses free stereoscopical 3D. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I need to put sleep. When the 2011 in the text, that means it's from. Wait, so when it says 2011, wait, what? When you see the 2011 symbol in the text, I'm pretty sure every single one of these songs I've listened to so far in the premium section has been created in 2011. So these are all from Sonic Generations on 3DS. I didn't even know that Sky Sanctuary from Sonic 3 was actually included in Generations 3D. I actually kind of regret trading in my 3DS. It was bound to happen. The same thing happened when I traded in all of my Wii games. Don't think I'd traded in my Wii. It was just, it was all my Wii U games and my PS3 as well. And I knew I was going to regret that. And as the years went on from there, I actually went along and repurchased those Wii games. And since then, I literally now have a collection of Wii games, and the majority of which are pretty much games I already had that I sold. But yeah, sold all my Wii games and my PS3 so I could get a PS4 just to play Silent Hills. And knowing my fucking luck, it got cancelled. Fuck Konami. But and then recently I sold my new Nintendo 3DS XL, which was broken. That's how it is. Yeah, Metal Sonic. I think I keep hush about that. And my entire collection of 3DS games, including Sonic Generations. I'm gonna miss that now, to be honest. Well, it was for PSVR 2. It was for a good cause. Good cause. Now, all things considered, I actually didn't spend any additional money on PSVR 2, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. Like, I didn't add anything, like, to the funds for PSVR 2. Like, basically, I traded in my 3DS and my 3DS games, so money was given to me for that. I think it worked out to be like over €300 or something like that. Then I received money as presents, like birthday and Christmas or whatever else, and I traded in other things as well, I think. And I sold myself on the docks. Had to be done. No, joking, of course. But but yeah. Hello, Daniel. What a transition. Welcome, Daniel, as always, to Green Hill Gaming. Is the stream now ending? No, there's like, well, I'm saying that there's like 5 minutes left. Sorry. Yeah, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes left. Sorry, Daniel. But great to have you in the live stream, as always. How are you doing? I was cooking rice because me was hungry. Nice. Rice is nice. I still have my copy of Generations 3DS from the eShop back in 2021. Ah, nice. You were lucky, because the eShop is now closed. Boss battle, big arms. Big arms. Hello, strange music. The copyright in this stream is gonna fly out of your house. Hopefully not. It wouldn't make any sense because it's included in the game. And it allows me to stream, so there shouldn't be a problem. If there is, it'd be really funny. But you're right, like non-stop music. They can't do a damn thing about it. Less strange music, how are you keeping on this glorious Friday? As always, you are very welcome to Green Hill Gaming. If you are using it outside the game, it is definitely copyright infringement. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. If I was like recording this like on my phone and I said like Sonic Origins complete soundtrack, then it would be like, but there's obviously like loopholes, like when you're streaming games from PlayStation, like the whole share feature. There's obviously like an agreement between Sony and Sega and whatever else to allow this to happen. Some games don't allow it though. They're very peculiar, and you'll be notified. Like you'll be notified like within the game if there was going to be an issue with copyright, like with streaming and stuff. But no, there hasn't. I've streamed this game before and I've listened to music, and there hasn't been an issue, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, you're not too bad, no thanks, Daniel. What about yourself? So basically, the difference from some generations, some zones are exclusive to the console and others to 3DS. I didn't even know that. I actually owned the game and played the game, and I did not know that. That's actually amazing. It kind of reminds me of the Master System port of Sonic 1 and how that was different. Do you want to know which ones I would love to? Before we end the live stream, I would love to know. And it's funny, you think that, because like recently I played the console version on PS Plus before it turned into the new PS Plus, and the game was gone. Which is really fucking annoying. Wacky Wacko knows everything from Sega. I'm telling you, he is the local Sonic the Hedgehog wizard. I love it. So much I didn't know. It's funny. Recently I have discovered stuff about Sonic that I loved to hear about. And at the same time, there was stuff about Sonic that I wish I never saw. But I won't go into that. You know who you are if you're watching. Traumatized. Oh, this is from 2019. What would that have been in now? 2019. That would probably be the mobile versions of the remasters. That's my guess, anyway. Wacky Wacko will confirm if I'm right. Agreed. Oh. If you look at Dr. Robotnik, he's like a Kinder egg. Yeah, he's basically like a Kinder egg, yeah. Well, I was going to add to that, but there's no need to add to that, really. He's basically a Kinder egg. Strange music. Hello, Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny. Well, okay. Goodbye. Thanks for watching the live stream. Much appreciated. And I will see you next one. I'll be heading off there now myself as soon as we get to the end of this premium music. It's pretty ballsy of Sega to actually include a zone called Boo's House, considering that Mario had like Boo's before this game came out. But that was the way it was done back in the day. The original console wars, you know, because you mentioned consoles wars to the gamers nowadays, and of course they'll mention Microsoft and Sony, especially now more than ever. I mean, the console wars were pretty much dead for a good number of years. I mean, there was only like a hardcore kind of like fanboys and kind of like group, you know, that kind of kept the console wars going. But in general, like in the last few years, last number of years actually, finally, this was over. Console wars were pretty much non-existent. But obviously now with the whole Microsoft Sony situation, you know, Microsoft hoping to acquire Activision Blizzard, the console wars have re-emerged. Do you know there was one interesting comment from I keep forgetting his fucking name, and I'm not going to stop until I get it right. So before I go any further, I want to get his exact YouTube channel name correct because I don't want to get it wrong. RGT85 recently said something that it's hard to disagree with, or at least it's hard to kind of like challenge him. Like, pretty much he silenced me. Well, not that he silenced me, but he just had me thinking about it. Basically, I said, you know what, you're actually right. He actually owns the three consoles. He has a Switch, he has a PlayStation, he has an Xbox. And he says, he's basically, it's not a problem for him because he has all the systems. So whatever platform Call of Duty ends up on, he can play it. Whatever company that Microsoft acquires, it doesn't bother him because he can still play that game because he has three systems. So it was like, I was like, yeah, maybe the solution is just buy all the systems. Problem solved. Instead of like being like this like having this like fanboyism kind of mentality, like, where damn you Microsoft, damn you PlayStation, damn you Nintendo. All of Nintendo, to be fair, are just sitting back and just laughing at PlayStation and Microsoft in a way because like everyone is talking about acquisitions. Who's Sony going to acquire now as a result of Microsoft potentially acquiring Activision Blizzard? Oh, who are Microsoft going to acquire next? Oh, what's going to happen here? Acquisitions. And Nintendo are like, yeah, we don't need to acquire anyone. We can sell 12 million copies of Zelda in 3 fucking days. What can you guys do? Do you know what I mean? Like, so I think it's quite funny from Nintendo's perspective, personally. But yeah, original console wars anyway were Sega and Nintendo. Sega do what Nintendo don't. What a catchphrase! What a catchphrase! That was the original. I'm telling you, Nintendo and Sega were fucking like bitter rivals. And now look at them, best of buds, best of buds. And so yeah, for a good number of years there was no console wars, but it's back now. It's back now thanks to the whole Microsoft and PlayStation thing. But that comment though from him just really does kind of like put things into perspective, really, when you stop to think about it. And I think it does kind of call out the fanboyism nature, really, doesn't it? Like, I mean, it's not like the majority of these people have money. Let's face it. I mean, they wouldn't. I mean, if they can pay €500 for a PS5, they have money. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I mean, if it bothers them that much that they like, oh my god, Call of Duty is going away from PlayStation. Look, I mean, unless they have shares in PlayStation, unless they actually make money from PlayStation, right? Then that sort of thing shouldn't affect them. As a gamer, if it really bothers them that much that Call of Duty is going from PlayStation, buy an Xbox, get Game Pass. That's my take. I actually agree with RGT. I actually agree with him. And I'm not going to buy an Xbox. I'm not going to get Game Pass. Doesn't bother me that much, personally. But I mean, if it did, maybe I would. And that would be the solution. Anyway, I'm probably missing a few comments here. So let me just, oh fuck, I did. Okay. The consoles exclusives are Sky Sanctuary, Speed Highway, City Escape, Seaside Hills, Crisis City Rooftop, Planet Wisps. What a zone that was. Did not know that. Thank you for that, Wacky. Is it just me, or does Sonic Adventure 2 have the best music? I personally wouldn't say it has the best music, but it has good music. Johnny, if you wanted me to play a game, which one would it be? Tears of the Kingdom. But I don't know if you've got a Switch, but you probably have to get a Switch. That game is so expansive. It is. It just grabs your attention, and there's just something to do. No matter whether you do side quests, progress the story, explore. There's just that's what I would say to answer your question. Do we actually need more PlayStation consoles? Well, yeah. I mean, just like we need more Nintendo consoles, Microsoft. It's a gaming industry. We're in the gaming industry, so yes, of course we do. If we didn't have PlayStation, that's a massive gaming platform removed from the industry, which wouldn't be good. Um, so yes, of course, we definitely need more PlayStation consoles. Do we need a PS5 Pro? No. PS5 Slim, why not? There's always been new models of consoles released over the years. Um, every company does this. Um, you know, that's not surprising. So a PS5 Slim, why not? I don't need it, but why not? But PS5 Pro, I don't think we need a PS5 Pro. I hope the fuck there isn't a PS5 Pro. I just hate that kind of shit, to be honest with you. But as far as like, do we need more PlayStation consoles? Of course we do. We're in the gaming industry. It wouldn't make any sense if we didn't. You know what I mean? I don't really like high quality games. That's perfectly fine. I think I kind of understand what you're trying to say to me. Um, and yeah, I think I understand what you're saying. I yeah, completely hear you. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. You know. 3DS exclusives, Mushroom Hills, Emerald Coast, Radical Highway. I really like that actually. Water Palace and Tropical Resort. What's strange is I actually only remember Radical Highway. How do I how do I drink water? That is a very difficult question to answer. I do not have the answers for you on this particular occasion. I got a Robotnik. It's really wild out there where I am right now. I'll chat for a few more minutes and then end the live stream. But it's weird when you look at the video game industry compared to other entertainment industries, TV, movies, subscription services, books, whatever, like music. I think I said music twice, but nonetheless, there's 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 no there's no fanboyism mentality in those other um, forms of entertainment. There isn't. There really isn't. Like, you know what? Like, when it comes to music, like a lot of people can enjoy different kinds of music from different kinds of artists. Is there people that prefer a certain artist over another? Of course, but I don't see this like fuck you mentality when it comes to music, you know. And in movies, I mean, when it comes to movies, a lot of people like comedy, horror, action all at the same time, and they will watch movies from Warner Brothers or fucking the other movie companies, multiple movie companies, and there won't be any fanboys and mentality there. The same with books or whatever else. Um, so it only seems to be video games where this fanboys and mentality takes place. Like fuck Microsoft, fuck PlayStation, fuck Nintendo. Nintendo are great, PlayStation are the best, Microsoft is legendary. Like it only seems to happen in video games. You know, I just don't see the need for it. I mean, if you, I don't like, I'm always bashing Xbox. That's I'm always bashing Xbox. It's become a running gig at this stage, to be honest with you. But seriously, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like, I mean, I just never had any interest in Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't bother me either way. Like, I don't feel like you know what I mean. So I'll not put it either way. But I just think, and before I end the live stream, I just think it's something that we should all think about. Like what RGT said, like he has all the systems. Some people have all the systems. Like I know a few people that actually have all the systems. And when you have all the systems, what's the problem? There isn't one, is there? So maybe that's the solution. Maybe that actually is the solution. Just deal with the acquisition, move on, and just fucking buy the game on the other platform. You know? Food. I like horror, but there is no scary movie. I think there's a pretty few scary movies out there. I think the console wars of Xbox versus PlayStation is more so because I found out Jim Ryan was being butthurt that, oh no, Microsoft is buying Activision. Seriously, Sony CEO is a crybaby. Um, I think at the beginning Jim Ryan, like, had like genuine reasons to be concerned, and I think he worded his concerns um, quite well in the early days when it came to the possible possible repercussions of a company like Microsoft acquiring such a big company like Activision Blizzard. But since then, like as far as like the concerns would be, like I mean, like the possibility of every single Activision Blizzard game only being an Xbox, like that was a massive concern. I had that concern. I made a live stream like the following day. I think it was the same day actually that news came out that Activision Blizzard were going to be acquired by Microsoft. I actually did a live stream talking about how I was against it and the concerns I had for it because at the time, myself, a lot of other gamers, and Jim Ryan felt like what that would mean is the possibility that every single Activision Blizzard game would only be on Xbox. But as time went on, that wasn't the case. Phil Spencer, who's head of Xbox, even the CEO of Xbox, or Microsoft, on numerous occasions has come out and said, so what I find funny about the situation is everyone is talking about Call of Duty as if like that's the only game they care about. But when it comes to Call of Duty, Phil Spencer has said that Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation for at least 10 years. 10 years. In 10 minutes, you get a belt of a bus. 10 fucking years is a decade. Do you know what I mean? Where's the gaming industry going to be in 10 years anyway? So, and he also said that the contract can be renewed. So that's Phil Spencer, that's Xbox saying to Jim Ryan, Call of Duty will continue to be on your platform. He still wasn't happy with that. He has yet to sign a contract. He has yet to actually, I said this before and I say it again, the only person preventing Call of Duty from being on PlayStation is PlayStation. That's what's funny about it. And as far as other Activision Blizzard games, again, Phil Spencer and Activision Blizzard have said that every Activision Blizzard game that you know and love will remain on all consoles. Well, PlayStation. And some games won't obviously appear on Nintendo Switch for obvious reasons, but definitely PlayStation. Now, the thing is, right, you can choose to believe in that or not believe in that. You can I mean, that's up to the person themselves. If they want to believe in what they're told, they can choose to do so. If they want to believe on Harry Murphy 123 on Reddit who claims to know everything there is to know about everything, that's fine too. But I mean, if the head of the company is saying this, then you either have a choice to believe that or not believe that. But that's the thing. So Jim Ryan is, in spite of everything I just said there, Jim Ryan is still like kicking up a fuss. And again, I mean, I shared his concerns from the beginning, but as I read more into it and as I actually heard what this acquisition actually is, it's not all that bad. And especially after watching the video from RGT, like if somebody is that bothered, is losing sleep over this acquisition, right? And again, providing that they're not actually making any money from PlayStation, they don't work for PlayStation, because that's the thing. I mean, all these fanboys. I mean, Sony. Here's here's a fun fact, fanboys. The company that you simp over doesn't fucking care about you. Doesn't give two jack shits about you. And is not putting money into your fucking bank account. So stop your simping and stop your fanboyism. And that goes for every fanboy. That goes for Nintendo fanboys, that goes for Xbox fanboys, that goes for PlayStation fanboys. The company you simp over doesn't care about you. They're not giving you any money. Okay? We got that? Okay. So yeah, I think that Jim Ryan is a bit of a crybaby about this whole acquisition situation. And when it comes to Call of Duty, because everyone seems to be talking about Call of Duty, Call of Duty. I mean, again, Phil Spencer has offered Jim Ryan and PlayStation a 10-year contract for Call of Duty. And you'll hear stuff like, oh, but they won't have exclusives. Like that's Sony's problem. That's not your problem. Don't worry about that. If you're a fan of Call of Duty and you really want to play Call of Duty that much and it gets you so much that it's going to be acquired by Microsoft, even though as it's been publicly said it's going to remain on PlayStation for the next 10 years. Like just continue on as normal. It's just fanboyism. It's just fanboyism. It's pure fanboyism. It's pure PlayStation simping. It's just people who are absolutely obsessed with PlayStation. Like their life is PlayStation. Their afterlife is PlayStation. They've probably booked the fucking plot in the PlayStation funeral. It's just everything. They live and breathe PlayStation. So the idea of Call of Duty being a Microsoft property just makes them sick to their stomach. And that's kind of pathetic, really, to be quite honest with you. And at the kind of time, in 10 years' time, if we're still alive in fucking 10 years, Jesus Christ, like, and it does become exclusive to Xbox, then just buy Xbox. Problem solved. I'm not a console wars guy. Same here, man. Same here. I'm just a gamer. Do you know what I mean? I mostly play games for fun. Exactly. But like me, like this stuff is like a bit too crazy. And I watched our GT where he said, yeah, it's so right. Like he's just spot on. Like the way he says it too. Like I mean, he doesn't say it like me. You know me. I fucking go off on one and I just keep on saying things. And I get, but the way he says it it's just chill. He just says it in such a chill way. Like, you know what I mean? Straightforward, but also chill kind of a way. Like, but I'm the same as you, man. I'm a gamer. Like, I mean, I've been around for quite a while, and I've been gaming for quite a while. I've been gaming for pretty much my entire life. And I mean, I started off in Sega, then I went to like Nintendo, played fucking. I mean, when I say went to, I don't mean like I mean, what I'm saying is I actually like I played Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft. Like I've played all the consoles. I've played a lot of different genres, a lot of different series. Um, so I'm the same as you, man. I'm a gamer and I play for fun. I'm not gonna buy a console just because it's made by a certain company, or buy a game just because it's made by a certain company, or like get into a series that I've never played before just because it's now owned by PlayStation or because it's exclusive to PlayStation. Same goes for Nintendo. Same goes for Microsoft. You know. So yeah, I think the consoles need to come to an end. Um, but I just think this kind of crap now between Microsoft and Sony is kind of like has brought the console wars back, and I just think it's fucking ridiculous. Like I know it's you know I know it's fucking people find it interesting, you know, because it's in the news a lot, like, and it's something to read about, like, and stuff, like. But as far as it being the end of the fucking world, like, it's really not, you know. Like it's really not the end of the world. Like as far as the gamers are concerned, I mean, obviously Sony don't want, as a company, Sony don't want Microsoft to be the owner of Call of Duty. But if you think for 1 second, Jim Ryan has your interests at heart. He doesn't. He's not crying around the world for you on your benefit. He's doing it because he is just a businessman who cannot like fathom the reality that Microsoft could potentially be the owner of Call of Duty. All right, any other company that they acquire, but that's business. Like unless you're actually working for Sony, then that doesn't concern you. And again, the same goes for Microsoft, the same goes for Nintendo, the same goes for every other fucking company. Isn't that right, Robotnik? Robotnik agrees. Yeah, fuck the console wars. Fuck fanboys. If it bothers you that much that your beloved games are going to Xbox, then buy Xbox. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to sleep. Glad that I finally completed Sonic 2, the nightmarish game on Game Gear. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Hope that you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next live stream. Goodbye.